Whatever, kind of whoa. دمي تنبنا ببزان تنشكرني تنبني بالشعو بالشكر يوري لعلان قوة سلالها نتنيا نزان تيو هي نتنن هاي نتنيالي نمير لما تندعون نفع تانكاني نبنتين بالشكر الشل وما ناوين تكابين تغبا كابو بها سينا من بالتبع
The GUP program, which is named by its goal, graduating out of ultra poverty,
is motivated by the belief that being poor is not about, the problem with being poor is not just one simple thing. In fact, if the problem with being poor was one simple thing, we probably would have solved it already. Maybe the problem isn't any one of these things alone, but them all together. And so if you solve one but not the other, nothing really happens. Or not much happens, I should say.
So here in Ghana, the basic study was to do everything all together. And that everything included an asset transfer. Here's 4 goats, about 6 months of consumption support, training on how to raise the livelihood, life coaching, access to healthcare, and lastly, there was access to a savings account.
The studies are in India, Pakistan, Ethiopia, Ghana, Honduras, and Peru. But the heart of the program is a transfer, a gift, a grant of a productive asset. The most common one in Ghana were goats.
The PWR process, that's participatory wealth ranking. The community here, they rank their own members from very rich, poor, and ultra poor. So the whole community will be aware. And everybody will reach to a consensus that yes, we selected the people who are extreme poor.
Tunda ajine nan kuma dan bani bushaba ka karatin salahi ente yele da ne mafi girma shafa yana te no bola shinkafa ma bun kwaro bulbo ka shabya te no bola no hai me bun kwaro bulbo to yo me ka tun wana bun kwaro ma ya no tompa dama ali yan wazasa
So we give you 4 goats. Then we give you 1 bag. Very good. So 1 set of goats. That is the options you chose. Fowls and goats. It was here. Okay. Next person.
We know we cannot end poverty, but like we should move them from one level to another level, from the extreme level to some level that they should be able to provide the basic, especially the feeding components. Each morning they should be rearing these animals to see how they multiply. We are training them on that, educating them on that. Then they should be able to use these animals for meat, for their sacrifice purpose. They should be able to use these animals to pay their children's school fees, taking care of their health issues and all those things.
Bunkwa magba malamfana. Lama dugba yetu ashelna tu masa. Anto pi dang bang kwai an lang malam an di nyala be yel ga me to yamba an ka be de lo mo ma mo san to pi shel kwai da pere an zang gam ben a wona songte e ke den yi bi shama de sonso
ish bidila da jahla ba fiya zanu je shinkafa ka ku ciwo duk ka lasi
Very with soup and water. Aba do. Kama sakam zal tuna ta.
tara ku jimi tin jiya wama arbura yin nan shima ba mi to ka batukana ma in wuti nabi yan son asan sun ma mashirkana to dinin su
Tuzungata la drama mbon. Weekly they do savings. The women especially, they all want to involve themselves into that. I'm just paying in clients' savings for 4 weeks. That's 1 month savings. The community, the women, they have approached me, wanting me to be visiting their household just to pick the savings for them. Some of them, they tried going to the bank to go and withdraw, just 5 cedi, just to test whether actually that is true that my money is going there. They don't know like whatever program. They say my money was in computer. So they all had that courage. That means money can be saved this way.
sama mi ba ukubati dalam bala sabnyanta
wami ukaya risa hanib jan wama yi zan shinkaf ma nan din yina ka tadi
As somebody who been in the field for a very long time, collecting data, analyzing the data, and interpreting the data, what is the impact? Sometimes I ask myself, do you prepare the person to just respond what you want, or you want the person to actually tell you what he's actually feeling, and then you'll be able to come out with it as an evidence? So if you are doing the qualitative method, you are trying to bridge the gap between the researcher and then the community or the person you are researching into. So that is our chairman.
Thank you for your help.
All the communities were having community chairman.
Was this person identified in the PWR process, or was this after that?
It was during the PWR process
That you found the
we
person
asked them to, like, if it is a chief and the people, they should nominate somebody who would be a caretaker of the community in terms of our program. So during the PWR, then they nominated chair. Yeah. Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Nah. I know to say nah.
Uyulinya din. Wanya tuba. Tutumama bambala. Tuzuk danambala.
Ndaki shinkafa kanyaki.
She picks rice.
Nukwag jara ma karayirna. Ampire ntir bihlajra. Katnir jara bi tana bahte batchama. Ampire jara karayirna. Lam kal nang larma nang la jara. Totum no lor mena na janwana. Na chema kana nang le ko kachim nasma. Bu yino ko karada ko kwai.
Okay. Bakila zam wala.
Tana zang me mfai. Maka bashel. Pam ka pu na na song na tuma ka jam to.
Thank her too for her time and sharing her experience with us.
So no bokala pi tinla yan pil program to mama. Shingafa rice process and then goats. Yeah.
And has she done rice or goats before?
نجم تقول ما نعلى بندا كلامه نقول مدباي بمفهوم كشنكاف ما لعرف قاسي دنقاس ما كتولا كانشي كتم نقبل بيرا بيرا جنبوبي.
But it is generating income for her.
دن يمانا دبنيني إن كان داما دوا دن وع ما كان زن وما بدلا ما زنجا أنا نرادي تنداب تلقي تما ما كان يولي شاما جما نقاس ما دكون ما مغرم.
As we visit, we also will see some people have gotten that edge, courage to continue, to shoot.
Right, and
When
some
they see
people
little-
it helps, but it's not it's not massive changes, right? But it still
Exactly.
helps.
Maybe in the next phase, we should be able to know from them what exactly they can do after our project. They should be able to continue.
Right, and that it doesn't work amazingly well for everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It hurt nobody, and that's actually a striking finding.
Yes.
But that there was clearly some people that were made much better off than others.
Yes. I have a question sometimes to ask myself. With the sample you pick and you are saying you are researching, do you actually have it in mind that after the findings you get from the small sample you are doing, will it be able to actually meet the needs of the masses you are trying to replicate to?
So here you go. This is now 3 years later. The pooled results are up by about 0.25 to 0.3 standard deviations, which is a huge shift. Think about if you take someone who's at the median in the population and you shift them 1 standard deviation, that's like leaping them over 34% of the population in terms of where they rank in wealth. The integrative package was critical for helping them take on that asset and grow that asset, but not stop the other things they were doing. So we learned 2 really important things about the asset. It is the heart of the program. It is necessary to get it right, but it is not sufficient to do that and only that.
We've learned a lot about a basic core project that does work. We have further questions about how to make it work better. But we know that this type of program at scale needs to be run by government, and this is why we're so excited to be working with government to help them take these lessons to a much larger scale.
GAP is one of the best I've seen in terms of the content and the value, and which places emphasis on empowerment, on security, on all those parameters that were used to determine where we've gone, and more particularly to close up the inequality gap. So what the gap seemingly is saying that to the extent of the inclusion, if we give equal attention to all, and any other intervention should be an addition and not a replacement, we'll be able to bring people up very strongly economically. It becomes a model.
Trapojim Westra. There were meeting young Basham. Ka Jungamanum Kana until Lante. Catita Fanny, a fan mammy, the jetty. The man now eat the man let a bungula man ye Vienna laughs you. Then yella, the young government to be in it, the Yancy. The sort of so land the man now. Ma fan pam ka bazang la titit ma. To paya.